So I just got done doing an interview with Scott Leese. Many of you may have heard of him. He's a very distinguished and sought after sales consultant. And the funny thing is, after we stopped recording, I got the most valuable piece of advice that I could probably have ever received in this journey that I'm on, trying to build my own sales consulting practice. You see, Scott has a 7-figure sales consulting practice. He's invested in all sorts of companies. He has multiple businesses. He's very successful. And at the same time, he's also very authentic. He's very real. He's his whole self, and he does not bullshit, quite frankly. And after we hung up, I always, and I do this with every guest, I ask this one question: is there anything I can do different or better? I look for that feedback. And any of my guests can attest to this. But Scott told me, I feel like, in our interview, that I only gave me this much of my personality in the interview. So his advice was to be more myself, be more animated, don't feel like I need to sort of compact my personality in order to appease multiple crowds. The idea is, if people don't like you for who you are and your opinions and whatever, your voice, whatever it might be, F them. I'm not going to say the expletive that he probably would have said, but yes, at the end of the day, who gives a shit what people think? Do you, boo-boo, and let the chips fall where they may. The thing is, I told him I struggle with that because I want to make sure that I can straddle the fence, if you will, and anticipate maybe that I'll have conservative clients down the road, and I don't want my track record of being this vibrant, radical version of myself and turning them off with that. And for someone who's been very successful in his own right, being himself, it means a lot hearing it from him. It's easy for a lot of people to say, be yourself, while they're being very structured in the perception that they're giving their audience. Whereas people like Scott Leese, John Burroughs said something similar as well. These guys keep it 1,000, they keep it 1 million, and they're doing just fine. So I'm gonna take a page from their book and try and embrace the idea of bringing my full self to not only my engagements with clients, but in my content creation, specifically around the podcast. So if I get a little bit more vibrant, you hear me going a little more up and down and having more of a vocal opinion on some things, then that's why. If you see my tweets starting to maybe piss people off or whatnot, that's why, because I'm trying to apply the feedback. I'm not just trying to hear it and roll with it. So that's what it is.